All right. So niyams that define you as a satsangi, right? So there's things that define someone as a satsangi. So I'm just going to use the example that Ankurba used earlier, right? When you're in the army, right? You're supposed to wear your cap. You're supposed to have your badge. You're supposed to have your army uniform. That's what defines you, right? Same way, we have niyams that define you as a satsangi. So the first things first is we should all be wearing a kanti. um, as we all know that the kanti is given to us by whoever put it on us, right? It can be someone who's more elder than us or someone in the religion. They would normally put a kanti on you. And this is basically going to be protecting you from evils, negativity, and it's going to mainly form a, a connection with you and Maharaj. And then doing tilak chandlo, right? So what is tilak? So you guys can see my forehead. I'm just gonna come in real close, right? So the tilak is the U-shaped orange kind of sandalwood kind of thing that you see on my forehead, and that represents Maharaj's feet. And the chandlo is Lakshmi ji. It represents Lakshmi ji. So that's the round red dot. So that's the whole thing is known as a Tilak Chandlo. And what is the reason for the Tilak Chandlo? It's to be recognized as, hey man, this person walking on the street is of Swaminarayan Bhagwan. And because we know that Swaminarayan Bhagwan's bhakts are following niyams, etc., you're going to be you're being given you're going to be given respect that, hey, this is Swaminarayan Bhagwan's, right? At the same time, women have to also do, or females in this case, have to do um, a kind of representation. And in this case, before I go ahead, Rohan Shah has raised his hand. Let me unmute you, and you may ask me a question.
Yeah, so I have a quick question. Is it okay if we like break the niyam of doing Janlo to like go to school and stuff? Is it okay to break that niyam if you can go to school and stuff?
When I went to school, right, I faced the same situation where when I started doing the Tilak Chandlo, and everyone would just look at me and make fun of me and stuff, right? But after a few months, everyone will just accept you for it. They'll be just like, okay, this person comes in with this, you just become part of the. It's just gonna be a normal thing. It's just that when you start something new, there's always gonna be people saying that, oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? But after a few months, it's just going to be engraved in people. Like, he does this, like and then they respect you. They're like, wow, he went through all that and now he's here, you know?
And that's
That's
why
what
they give you a
I
band,
felt,
right?
right?
Does that answer, Rohan? Good job. Just thumbs.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
So then another thing that, just to continue as our niyams that should be defined, right? To please Maharaj again. So we should perform puja every morning, right? When we wake up, we have our niyams, right? In terms of like, hey, waking up, going to shower, brush your teeth, do your normal stuff. But what then defines a satsangi is he's going to sit down and do a puja of Maharaj. It's building that connection. The first thing you want to do is do Maharaj's puja. And then the last thing is keeping a shikha. Keeping a shikha is, for example, on at the back of your head, you would have a small strand of hair. So that's not just part of Swaminarayan religion. This is part of the Hindu Sanatan Dharma. It represents you as a Hindu. So we'll go to the next slide. So daily niyams. So what are our daily niyams that we should follow every day, right? So we'll just talk about a few of them from what Maharaj has told us from the Shiksha Patri, and how they relate to what we should be doing every day. So one of the first ones is you should always wake up before sunrise and offer prayers to Bhagwan, and then go have your shower, do your daily niyams, right? And then once you've showered, you sit down, you do your puja. Once you've done the puja, you go to Maharaj or the Mandir Maharaj, the one that's at your house. You do Danvat to Maharaj. You say, hey, thank you, Maharaj. Thank you for giving me this a new day to live my life, to pray to you, so that I can eventually go to Akshardham. And then what you do is, if you're there, your parents are going to be there. So you go to your parents, you touch their feet and say, hey, thank you, show respect. And then you have your breakfast and continue on with your normal life, right? So these small things, we don't really dwell into it, but these are the things that define our daily niyams.